sentence on how you think this week should sum up.
So, well, this week we should be able to at least get some gale force winds through Darwin, and then eventually intercept a severe Category 3 or 4 tropical cyclone on the Pilbara coastline.
Right. How deadly is that? That's awesome. Look at the power and the surge, man. It's just the monsoon.
Alright, in behind me you can see a Darwin tradition where normally the glassy waters of this Darwin harbour area they're very, very calm, but during a monsoon they whip up into a frenzy and they bring out all of Darwin's faithful surfers for 3 months to 4 months of the year. They come out every time there's a surge and they risk their lives and they love what they do.
Lure, severe tropical cyclone Lure, is expected to cross here as a Category 4 system sometime tomorrow around lunchtime. It's 3:30 PM Western Australian time, so it's still a while until landfall. I can't see some of this being here tomorrow when we come back. Yeah, you've got your classic build up to a severe tropical cyclone, just the general destabilisation of the atmosphere and the low clouds just streaming in. While the wind is nothing significant, you know, you're starting to get just short little frequent gusts of 30 kilometres an hour or so, just like those ones.
So we're out here at what could be ground zero of severe tropical cyclone Lure, the Pardue Roadhouse in behind me here, and this is going to probably be the area of greatest impact from the centre of this particular system. At the moment, all the track maps and the modelling suggesting the system's crossing near here. The owners seem like they've left the property, and obviously everyone that's in the property has been told to get out. They're on yellow alert at the moment. They're not far away from being on red alert. But you can just see the sort of accommodation in the background there. It's not really built to Category 4 standards, and so the chances of anyone seeing this particular system out safely in this area are going to be quite slim. So if we look at also here, this roof we expect will have significant structural damage, as well as maybe parts of the front of this building as well. When we come back on our way back, we'll have a look at exactly what the impacts are, and we'll ask the owner's permission to go in and film some of the area in behind. So you can see, other than that, there's not much else around this area, so luckily human impacts are going to be pretty slim if the system crosses here. If the system crosses a bit closer to Port Hedland, Port Hedland's about 120 kilometres that way, so if the system crosses a little closer to Port Hedland, we're going to see significant human impacts.
Yeah, baby.
While we were experiencing conditions approximating a high-end Category 2 tropical cyclone at Pardue Station, the Pardue Roadhouse down the road was going through some of the most extreme conditions you can imagine. The Roadhouse was actually just a kilometre or two from the eye when these shots were taken between 2:40 and 3:10 PM.
Okay, so in the background here, you can see the northwestern eye wall. It's very, very tight. There's only a couple of kilometres in it, but it's extremely intense. So the northern edge eye wall was going to probably pack the biggest punch. And unfortunately for us, as documentation of this cyclone, we missed that. We missed it just to the west. It's only, as I say, about 5 to 10 kilometres away from us is where the peak wind speeds of this system were. And they're now moving inland and they are weakening.
Just a quick look at the landscape. This along the fence line used to be pretty built up and now it's just flattened. Just goes to show how powerful this cyclone actually was. The Pardue Roadhouse owner actually said that he couldn't see past the fence line of the cyclone. Look at it now. Just flattened.
Severe tropical cyclone lure was slightly downgraded to a low-end Category 4 system, but it certainly packed a punch. We narrowly missed the worst of lure as it just tracked east of us. Thankfully, everyone at both Pardue Station and the Roadhouse was safe, and as soon as the roads opened, people in typical country outback Australian style came out to help and rebuild.